Have you ever wondered why, when a sudden storm hits our professional lives, maybe it's an unexpected job loss, a severe financial crisis, or just, that intense, soul crushing burnout, why do some people completely break down while others actually emerge from the exact same situation even stronger? I mean, they're facing the exact same problems, so why is the outcome so wildly different? Well, welcome to this explainer session. Today, we're not just throwing around some abstract theories. We're essentially doing an interactive workshop right here, right now, on building unbreakable career resilience. So if you're a young professional and you're really feeling the heat these days, this is absolutely for you. Okay, let's dive into this. Here's our quick agenda for today's interactive workshop. We're going to start with the early career storm, look at two very distinct mindsets, decode what we call the illusion of sand, learn how to truly build on rock, and then wrap it all up with a practical resilience action plan. All right, part one, the early career storm. Let's be totally real for a second. The burnout, the stress, and just the constant heavy pressure you face today as a young professional, it is incredibly intense. And hey, it's completely valid to feel overwhelmed sometimes. Because honestly, the storms we face, whether it's job instability, financial crises, or even relationship breakdowns behind the scenes, they aren't optional. They're an absolute guarantee in life. The storm is going to hit at some point for sure. So the real question is, why do some people's careers and mental health just collapse entirely when these hit, while others manage to weather the storm and actually grow? Let's figure that out. Moving right along to section 2. Two builders, two mindsets, the wise versus the foolish. So to really wrap our heads around this resilience thing, we need to look at what's known as the parable of the wise and foolish builders. And what we're really unpacking here is literally a 2,000-year-old architectural blueprint for mental toughness, originally shared by Jesus. Now, I want you to look at this not just as a religious sermon, but as a brilliant, highly practical strategy for your daily life and your career. Okay, so we have two types of builders. The wise builder builds on rock. Now, this takes a lot of time, requires digging a deep foundation, and involves some really hard, painful work. The second builder, they take a shortcut. They build on sand. It's fast, it's easy, and here's the kicker. From the outside, both of their careers look perfectly identical. While the weather is clear, everything seems absolutely fine. But the true test of your foundation, that only happens when the storm of unexpected problems finally hits. Which brings us to section 3, the illusion of sand, or temporary foundations. And this brilliantly illustrates what building on sand actually looks like for you and me, modern young professionals navigating today's crazy fast-paced world. Honestly, this trap is something so many of us fall right into. Building on sand means relying heavily on the shifting opinions of society. It means obsessing over your bank account balance or constantly chasing social media likes just to validate your self-worth. When we base our happiness and our core identity on these temporary, constantly shifting metrics, we are literally building on sand. As long as life is good, sure, you feel successful. But the moment the market crashes, or your boss criticizes you, or a big project completely fails, that foundation shifts. And that is exactly when a mental collapse happens. Because sand is never, ever stable. So I want you to take a breath, pause, and reflect on this question right now. Are your career goals built on sand? Are you just trying to make things look perfect on the outside, getting the right job title, crafting the perfect aesthetic, without putting in that deep, sometimes pretty painful work of building a solid internal foundation? Just take a second and really be honest with yourself about that. All right, let's look at the alternative in section 4, building on the rock. This is about true resilience. If we genuinely want to survive the storms of early career burnout, we have got to shift our focus to the actual architecture of resilience. We need to learn how to dig deep. Now, what's absolutely crucial about this specific instruction from Jesus regarding the secret to true strength is this. He said, "Therefore, everyone who hears these words of mine and puts them into practice is like a wise man who built his house on the rock." I want you to pay very, very close attention to those middle words. You see, that phrase, puts them into practice, is the whole game. True resilience requires action, not just passive listening. Let's be real, just binge watching motivational content or reading endless self-help books, it isn't enough. Building on rock means actively choosing honesty, choosing patience, choosing forgiveness, even when it really, really hurts. Like owning up to a massive mistake at work instead of hiding it, that's building on rock. Choosing the hard path of deep principles when everyone else around you is taking the easy shortcut, that is digging your foundation deep beneath the surface. So here's another quick reflection question for our workshop today. When the shortcut is sitting right there, easy to take, do you still choose the hard work? Remember, just like a building's foundation is completely hidden underground, your deep principles and your integrity aren't always going to be visible to your colleagues or your boss right away. But when that massive, unavoidable storm of a career crisis hits, people are going to wonder why you haven't broken down. And it will be because your foundation was built on the solid rock of truth and discipline. Finally, Section 5, your Resilience Action Plan. How to apply this starting today. All right, we're transitioning into our final segment now. I want to leave you with some practical homework to help you actively prevent that early career burnout and really solidify your foundation. So the crucial point is how we actually apply this today. Step 1, information versus transformation. Please don't just hoard the knowledge from this explainer session. Actually apply it to your daily life, because knowledge without action is honestly just a burden. Action is your rock. Step 2, accept the storms. We have to stop expecting our careers to be perfectly smooth sailing. When a problem arrives, stop asking why me and start asking how strong is my foundation to face this. And step 3, values over valuables. Build your life on eternal values like integrity, character, and faith, rather than temporary valuables. Because guess what? No market crash and no bad boss can ever take those away from you. So I want to leave you with this final, really powerful question. What is one small action you will take today to shift your foundation from sand to rock? Seriously, drop your answer in the comments below. Let's hold each other accountable. Just remember, resilience isn't something you find outside, it's something built inside. And the absolute best time to build it is right now, while the weather is calm. Thank you so much for joining this explainer session. Keep digging deep and keep building on the rock.